Ely Subsonic, Norm Attack, RWS Subsonics. Ely Subsonic's always accurate. Norm Attacks are pretty accurate, normally a little bit more accurate than the Ely Subs. RWS, from my experience on this rifle, they always seem to shoot in a tight group, but elsewhere to where the zero is. So let's stick some in the target and see what happens. Same hole. Nice. Oh, I pulled that one. That was me. Apologies. Same hole. No, it wasn't the same hole. It's to the left. These ones are Norm Attacks. These are RWS Subsonics. Doesn't take long to get through 10, does it? The Elys and the Norm Attacks, the way I got the scope zero, they were just going a bit high. The RWS was quite sort of on point where I was aiming. Pulled that one. RWS Subsonics. Ain't gonna fire if I don't put the bolt in, is it? Let's just do these last 10. I'm quite liking these RWS, they seem quite accurate. Right, RWS again. So we just brought the targets back up. I can't remember what was what now. I think this was Ely Subs. You can see that. Get it in the sun. Nice tight group there, and then we had one flyer. But that was me. I pulled the rifle. Yeah, really good. Which one was the Norm Attacks? I think this was Norm Attacks. That was quite a nice group. Look, finger covers that up. And then I can't remember what's what. The tightest group on here is probably that one up there. Did have a couple of flyers, one there and one there, but all the others went through the same hole. So they're pretty good. I think that was RWS. That one there is pretty good. One flyer there. Another one to the side there. But yeah, and this one down here, I think that they were RWS as well. So yeah, for a round that I wasn't really that struck on to start with, they're growing on me. They seem quite accurate. I don't know what happened here. There was, oh, I know what was happening there. That's when I was adjusting the scope, because I was aiming for the centre and everything was going high. So I was bringing it down, and then when I brought it down a couple of clicks, that's the group we was getting. It was nearer the centre, but not quite. I don't mind shooting off centre, and obviously you're aiming for the centre, but I like to zero the scope so that if I'm aiming at centre, it hits centre. But yeah, these are the holes where I was zeroing it in. You can see that. The sun's. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots. Obviously the first one went over there, I wound it in and it came in over here. So it went from there to there. And then I brought it in a little bit and it was up there a bit, so I brought it down and then it was bang on the crosshair there. So in all, pretty good stuff. So what did you make of that? Now, Ely Subs and TAC 22s have always been my favourite because they were always the most accurate out of all the ammo I've tried so far, which I've got some Remington in there, Remington Thunderbolt, which apparently is the cheapest of the cheap, and it just goes wherever it wants to. I don't shoot that a lot because it's quite loud. Thunderbolt, it does give out a bit of a crack of thunder. I did have some Federal stuff, that was quite accurate, but that was loud yet again. So I do like the Subsonic stuff because it's quiet. And we're in rural France, we've got neighbours, but none of them are ever paying attention, or like the farmers over the road, they're always working. Next door are normally working, but today they're both at home. Yeah, so Ely Subs, they were quite a tight group. We'll bring them up in a minute and have a look. But what I was really surprised at was the RWS Subs. Now, I've tried these before. Now, I think I've tried them in the Bergara, but I definitely tried them when I had the Norinco 22 LR. And these did group, but they shot really, really low compared to all the other ammo that was going. The scope was zeroed in. All the other ammo I was trying was hitting where I had the scope zeroed to. The RWS was coming in really low. And I think when I first got the Bergara, I tried them in it and it did the same. Now whether, I don't know if, obviously it was a brand new barrel in action, whether that's bedded in now, I don't know if that's a thing on these 22 LRs, but it does seem to be shooting a hell of a lot more accurate. especially with these RWS subs. So I might even, if I can get these cheap enough, I might get some more of those. I've got a good stock of Ely subs and I've got a good stock of Norm Attacks 22s. I'm thoroughly chuffed to bits with this rifle. For the price, I mean, it was €600, cheap Amazon 30 quid bipod, a decent scope, well I think it's decent, and it's always on target. When we're flyers, that's normally down to me. But yeah, thoroughly impressed with this setup. Obviously I've told people in the past we can't shoot game here in France. If you want to go shooting game, you have to have a chasse license and sit an exam, and you have to know what animals are what, this, that and the other. I can shoot vermin on my own land. Because our land is fenced in, we've got no public tracks around us. There's the road up there, the neighbours to that side, we've got no neighbours that side, no neighbours out the back of us for a good couple of miles. I can shoot on my own land, and you can shoot what they call a nuisable or something, vermin basically, that are classed as a nuisance. Now different departments in France class different animals a nuisance. So in some departments you'll have coypus. They dig under the banks of rivers and they undermine it, and they are, in some departments, are classed as a nuisance. So if you've got a river running through your land, you've got coypu problem, you can shoot them on your own land. Other departments, they're not classed as a vermin nuisance. You have to get the chasse in to deal with that kind of thing. So things like rats and mice we can shoot. Pigeons, rabbits, hares, pheasants, that all comes under game, so I can't shoot any of that. So that's why we shoot targets. We're 50 metres thereabouts to the thing down there. Someone did say, can you try shooting at 100 and 150? I don't know if I can, because behind the range here, we've got a bit of a woodland here on our own land. Unless I put a target right down the bottom, then there is access to that field down the bottom. Where I've got the range set up, it's all built up at the back, so I've got no worry of any bullets going stray over the back. Even though there's nothing out the back, peace of mind. There's a big dirt bank there, which is about 4 or 5 foot wide, and this is as high as down there. It's probably about 4 foot high. I'm always shooting down on the floor, so I'm not too worried about that. So shooting in back gardens, you know, it's all right. But I don't really want to be shooting right down the bottom there where there is access to that field. Farmers don't use it very often, and I can normally hear them coming down the track. I might try that probably next year when the weather's a bit better. Might set a target up right down the bottom there and we'll see what happens. But yeah, so as for this video, the Bergara BMR 22 LR, fantastic bit of kit. Really do love this rifle. It's a keeper, won't be getting rid of this one. Fun bloody tastic. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Please give a big thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.